IELTS, International English Language Testing System, is an international standardized test of English language proficiency for non-native English language speaking countries. Proficiency simply means to assess how good you are in English. Non-native means countries whose first language is not English. So English can be either their second language or their third language. About 8 countries have English language as their first language: USA, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the rest. However, Asian countries such as China, India, African countries such as Ghana, Nigeria, and even southern part of America do not have English language as their first language. English can be their official language, but not their first language. So if anybody from this part of the world want to go either USA, UK, Canada, New Zealand, or Australia, IELTS is a requirement. IELTS is not the only type of English proficiency. Other examinations such as TOEFL, Pearson, and when you come to UK, they accept IELTS as English proficiency. Other countries may also accept English proficiency letter from international students who want to school in their country. But on top of all, IELTS is the most popular and highly recognized. IELTS was created by the Cambridge University in the UK, London, indicating that about 80% of the words used in this examination is from the British accent. Now, this examination started in 1980, and per the research on Wikipedia, there is over 3.5 million test takers per annum. That means every year, over 3.5 million people across the world write this examination. After being created by the Cambridge University, it was handed over to the British Council and the IDP. They are responsible for conducting the test. Now, IELTS is written in over 140 countries, and they are having about 1,600 centers across the world. The types is classified into 3. 1. The country you are going. 2. What you are going to do over there. And 3. How you want to write the exams. The country you are going. If you are going to UK, you should write the UKVI IELTS. If you are going to other countries aside UK, that is Canada, US, New Zealand, Australia, then you have to take the standard IELTS. According to what you are going to do, we have the general training and we have the academics. If you are going to work, then you need the general training IELTS. If you are going to study, then you need the academic IELTS. However, professional licensing bodies such as the Nursing and Midwifery Council, NMC, do require the academics instead of the general training. So please take note. This is telling you that if you are going to UK to work under the skilled worker visa, then you need a UKVI general. If you are going to UK to study, then you need UKVI academics. If you are going to UK to work as a nurse, a midwife, or any professional that your body is required for the academics, then you will need the academics. If you are going to Canada, US, or any other place to work, you have to write the standard IELTS general training. If you are going to US, UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia to study, then you have to write the standard IELTS academics. Type according to how you write the paper. We have the online IELTS and the paper-based IELTS. When you're booking your exams, it's either you book for the online or the paper-based. The paper-based, they are going to give you a sheet of paper and a pencil to answer your questions. But the online, you are going to type everything on the screen, the computer screen. That is the difference. I will advise you choose the paper-based because per research, more people are conversant with the paper-based. IELTS has 4 modules: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And under each of these modules, you will be marked over band 9. So, if you sit for the exams, they will mark you from 1 to 9. The highest grade you can get is 9. Your lowest will be 1. If you don't sit for the paper at all, you get 0. Now, let's say you get 7 for listening, 7 for reading, 7 for writing, and 6 for speaking. They will add everything, then they will divide it and give you the total band over 9. So somebody can get a total band of 7.0, but under the modules, they can be getting some 6.5, 6.0, 7.5, 7.0, and their total score might be 7.0. So that is how they do the band grading. If you fail a module, you write all the modules again. Yes, you have to write everything again. How do you pass? It depends on the institution, the school, or the employer, or the immigration standard, what they are requesting. So for instance, if you are going to a school in Canada and they are accepting 6.0 in reading, 6.0 in listening, 6.0 in writing, 6.0 in speaking, if you get 5.0 in one module, that is a fail for all of it. You have to write the whole modules again. Reading and listening has 40 questions each. They mark it over 40. That means one correct answer is 1 point. If you score 40 over 40 in reading, it is band 9. If you score 39 in reading, it is band 8.5. However, in listening, if you score 40 over 40, it is band 9. If you score 39, it is still band 9. But if you score 38, then it is band 8.5. This is how they mark the listening. I told you that you have 40 questions to answer, and each correct answer is 1 point. If you score 10 to 12 over 40, that is band 4. 10 to 12 is band 4.0. 13 to 15, that is band 4.5. If you score 16 or 17, that is band 5.0. If you score 18 to 22, that is band 5.5. 23 to 25, that is band 6.0. 26 to 29 is band 6.5. 30 or 31 is band 7.0. 32 to 34 is band 7.5. 35, 36 is band 8.0. 37, 38 is band 8.5. And 39, 40 is band 9.0, the highest. You have to remember that in listening, if you score 39, you still get 9.0. But in reading, 39 is band 8.5. You have to score everything 40 over 40 to get band 9.0. The speaking and the writing, you'll be assessed in 4 criteria each. With the writing, your vocabulary. If you write good vocabs, you are going to get higher score. And with the speaking, is your fluency. If you are fluent, that means you are going to get a higher score. Listening. You have 30 minutes to answer 40 questions. You will be listening to audios. As you are listening, you'll be answering the 40 questions. There will be breaks in the sections. So for instance, as you are listening and answering question 1 to 10, after 10, they might give you like 2 minutes break to go over what you did and to read the next set of questions. As you are listening, you'll be looking through your question paper and be answering the questions. When you are done, they will give you some few extra minutes to transfer your answer to your answer sheet. That is for the listening. Reading. You have 1 hour to read passages and answer 40 questions at the same time. The questions are different for those writing the general and those writing the academics. As for the listening, you all write the same thing. But with the reading, those writing the academics, you will be reading academic passages, scientific research passages to answer your questions. Those writing the general training will be reading general passages to answer their questions. You have only 60 minutes. You will not be given extra time to transfer your answer to your answer booklet. So as you're reading, you'll be answering onto the answer booklet at the same time. Writing. You have a total of 60 minutes to do 2 tasks, task 1 and task 2. It is always advised that you spend 20 minutes on the task 1 and 40 minutes on the task 2. The task 1 is different for those writing academics and those writing the general training. Those writing academics will be writing a report, and those writing the general training will be writing letters. Task 2, everyone will be writing essay. Task 1 is 150 words, task 2 is 250 words. Speaking. Speaking is going to be in the form of interview, and it is going to last for about 11 to 14 minutes. It will be in 3 parts. Part 1, you are going to talk about yourself and some familiar questions such as your family, your home, etc. So the interviewer will ask you some questions, then you answer. As you are talking, they'll be marking your grammar, your vocabs, and your fluency. This is going to last for about 4 to 5 minutes. Now, part 2. Part 2, you are going to be given a card, and on the card, you have a particular topic to talk about. You'll be given 1 minute to write some points down, and right after the minute, you'll be given the floor to start talking. As you are talking, they will be marking your vocabs, your fluency, your grammar, and everything. Once you are done, the interviewer may ask some other questions about that topic, and that will end the part 2. Part 3, the interviewer or the examiner is going to ask further questions that are connected to the part 2, and you have to answer them. And as you are answering, the examiner will put some points down. This whole process is going to last for about 11 to 15 minutes. If you are lucky, you'll be asked to write 3 models in a day and come back to write the other model. That is speaking. If you are unlucky, you write all the 4 models in a day. When it happens like that, the 3 models are non-stop without breaks. You sit down, you write your listening first. Right after the listening, you write your reading, and after the reading, you continue with the writing. When you are done, you may be given 2 hours or 3 hours break to prepare for the speaking. Then you go inside and do the interview. That is the speaking. It will last for about 15 minutes. Then you are good to go. You are done with all the 4 models. In some other places too, you search for the 3 models in a day and you come another day for the speaking. So let's say Friday, you write listening, reading, and writing. Then Saturday, you go for speaking. Or Friday, you go for the speaking. Then the next Saturday, you go and write the 3 modules. You are going to get your results 13 days after writing the paper. And it is going to be online. So you just have to log in to your profile and you will see your results. You are going to get an email notification indicating that your results is ready. They are going to send you a hard copy of the actual results, and that will be weeks after you get the online results. With the UKVI, the results are sent directly to the immigration. So during your visa application, when you submit to them, it's just a copy. They have your results there. That is why they choose theirs as the UKVI, and their invigilation is different. But the questions are all the same. The questions are being set by the Cambridge University, and the exams is being conducted by the British Council or the IDP. It is the mode of writing, the invigilation, that differs. So UKVI will be invigilated by the UK people, the immigration people from the UK with their cameras and everything. Then the standard IELTS will be for the Americans, the Canadians, and the other countries. The UKVI has another type of exams called the IELTS for life skills. And that one is the A1, the A2, and the B1 exams. They use that to assess your speaking and listening, not writing and reading. So that is different. Now with the fees, when you want to book a standard IELTS, either academics or general training for America, for Canada, for Australia, New Zealand, any country apart from UK, the standard IELTS is going to cost you for about £195. If you want to book UKVI IELTS, either general training or academics, it is going to cost you £205. If you are booking the UKVI for the life skills, that is going to cost you £155. When you are in Ghana and you want to book and write the standard IELTS for US, Canada, Australia and the rest, then it is going to cost you 3,200 Ghana cedis. If you want to write for the UKVI, either the general training or the academics, that is going to cost you 3,400 Ghana cedis. If you are writing for the life skills UKVI, that is going to cost you 2,300 Ghana cedis. The only two official books I can recommend is 1. The official Cambridge Guide to IELTS. 2. Cambridge Practice Test for IELTS series. Now this series is from 1 to 17. You can read from book 12 to 17 and you are good to go. If you can read more, then you can start from book 10 to 17. That means you'll be reading about 7 series. Then you are good to go. The IELTS Academics is written 48 times a year. That means 4 times in a month. The General Training IELTS is written 24 times a year. That means twice a month. How many times can you write if you fail? You can write as many as you want, but please don't go into it immediately. If you fail a module, take your time, do a lot of revision before you take another test.